We are back, episode 109.
Your favorite golf podcast is back for another week. We took the holiday off. We celebrated freedom with all of America last week. Threw some hot dogs, some glizzies on the grill. We saw
Mitch
Mitchell
set a personal record.
That's what I was about to talk about. I was about to talk about that.
12 in 5 minutes.
Golly. You should have seen our face. He was off to a slow start, and we said, Mitch, pick it up. And he started double fisting and shoving the things down. So we hope y'all had a great July 4th. We're back this week, episode 109, like Zach said, and I'm going to give you the rundown. Before we do that, though, let's take a minute and let's talk about our favorite company, our favorite golf store, our favorite people, if we're honest, Ann and Dan Moon at Moon Golf.
Hey, look, if you haven't been to Moon Golf, you've been living under a rock, for real. They literally have like the best people to fit you into new clubs. If you're not feeling what you've got in the bag from like years past, definitely go and get an upgrade. Go try out all the new 2024 models. I'm sure there might be some discounts going on. Maybe, I don't know. They're starting to put out them summer sales. Maybe
they do have on grips. I think grips. Oh, maybe in last week they're half off.
Okay, yeah. Go in there and check out the $2 off your grips. I mean, those things add up.
$2 off the grips.
That's a deal.
That man knows he's in the store 7 days a week.
Hey, they also got us some clean shirts. I don't know if we've showed those off yet, but I like them.
You know, I may wear mine tomorrow, and so I can get a little photo in. But shout out Ann and Dan Moon. Go check out the team at Moon Golf. You'll be very impressed. I kid you not. This is all seriousness by their customer service. That's the first thing I noticed the very first time I went in that store.
They are so stocked up on employees.
Yeah.
If they don't have anything else, they have employees there to help.
Yeah, that's the thing. They'll help too. They don't just walk around and ignore you. They will help you get what you need. Check out Moon Golf. Hey, tonight, the rundown, boys, we're going to be talking about Ryder Cup news, the new captain. We're going to be talking about Luke Clanton missing out on big money and missing out on the BSG podcast. We're going to be talking about, real briefly, the Bryan Bros golf course opening up, all 18 holes, our picks for the PGA and the LPGA this week, big week for the PGA, and our drop zone question. Let's kick this thing off tonight. Newest news in golf. The Ryder Cup 2025 at Bethpage has been announced. Keegan Bradley is our captain. Initial thoughts. Give me a quick initial thoughts before we dive deep into it.
Love it purely because of what he said, saying he's not going to be political. He's taking the 12 best, no matter where they play.
Okay. Anyone else?
I agree wholeheartedly.
I think Netflix had a lot to do with that for sure. Netflix, presenting him with the getting thrown under the bus by all the other guys, and then you really were able to see like how much heartbreak he went through. So I think a lot of people really, really wanted to see that, even though it's kind of out of the blue.
Yeah. So Keegan said, this is his quote. He said, "I didn't have one conversation with anybody about this until I was told I was the captain." Zach Johnson is the one that told him he was the captain. And so if any of y'all listening or watching have been keeping up with Full Swing on Netflix, the whole drama around it was Zach Johnson had to call Keegan, tell him he was not on the team, and ended up taking Justin Thomas over him. And so we saw how that turned out. But anyways, here's the question. I saw Dan Rappaport talk about this today, and I was like, that's a very good point. How much of this do you think is getting pushed and scripted by Netflix for their show? Like, why else would Zach Johnson call Keegan without Netflix saying, hey, can we kind of get Zach to do it?
I mean, it's big money. The fact that the tour already gave them access like that.
Yeah.
So I think the tour struggled as far as popularity recently. 50-50 split almost with Live. So I think it's all money.
So you think Netflix did have a big hand in it? Like, hey, let's get Zach.
Yeah, but only because they know it's just like any sport. The Ryder Cup's coming back. every 2 years. Every
Yeah,
every
every
2
two.
years.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's coming back. So whether they get Keegan this time or in the future, it don't matter to them as far as if we win or we lose, because it's an exhibition. There's no real money on the line. So if the Netflix can say, "Hey, we'll throw you some change and the ratings to help the tour," you scratch our back, we scratch yours. It makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I think the ratings are probably what they're looking for, and then the storyline to all this, like all the drama that led up last year, him not making the team. Now he's captaining the guys that he didn't get to play with. I mean, it's going to be some like pretty cool stuff, like just to see how that how they respond to all that. Which I think they'll probably take it in stride and really like give him like the captaincy that he deserves.
I agree. Marley, what's your thoughts on Keegan being captain? Marley?
She's a fan. She's all Team USA.
I see her doing like the
she
salute,
said,
like Keegan.
USA.
Yeah. I see her doing it. No, I'm with y'all. I think this definitely, Netflix had their hand in this and was like, yo, this would be good TV if we get Zach to be the one to call him. So when that came out, I was like, yeah, for sure. So here's what we think. I guess the question I want to know is like, why Keegan? He's not been a very big name on the tour lately. He has some success in the past, and he played better last year. But he's not like one of those names when you think top 15 guys. Keegan, he's only made, I think they said one Ryder Cup appearance, or is two. So definitely not a guy that's appeared in the Ryder Cup time after time and again. So why do you think Keegan? Like, does anybody have any thoughts on that?
Maybe he might be a great teammate.
Yeah, just the kind of person he is.
He's definitely well likable. Like, I think a lot of people like him, as you could tell. Like after last year, people really, really wanted him on the team to go to Europe. So I think that's probably got a lot to do with it for sure.
And then, so the word around the street is Tiger was asked first, which Tiger released a statement. I don't know if y'all saw it. They released it a couple hours ago. And he basically said with his new responsibilities to the tour and his time commitments, he didn't feel like he'd be able to commit the time to Team USA and the players required as a captain. And so it doesn't mean he doesn't want to be a captain in the future and all this kind of stuff. So I guess Tiger was asked first, which was plan A, and then Keegan became plan B. So overall, is BSG satisfied with our captain this year or next year?
As long as it ain't Zach Johnson again.
If you had to grade it A to F, what's your grade for this captaincy pick?
A minus.
Yeah, I was gonna say a B.
I think Tiger should have stepped up as the Ryder Cup. But if he's got his hand in a lot of the more administrative background stuff for the tour, trying to be their show pony, it makes sense. And Keegan's not really that big a guy to lose as far as like a play-in member of it. So it doesn't hurt us because there's plenty of great guys that can fill the slots.
Yeah. My theory is that they're waiting. They want to keep Tiger for in 4 years when they go back to Europe. They want to go there and stomp Europe out, like just put them right in the dirt.
And so Ryder Cup 2 is it's one of those events where I believe live players can be picked for this. This has nothing to do, I don't think, with rankings. So
I think as long as they point in or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. Well, no. I'm sorry. They can be chosen by the captain. Yeah.
So I think there's a good chance we're going to see Bryson DeChambeau on
You
the
should
Team
see
USA.
Bryson and Brooks.
Yeah.
And
I think it's the first six. Is it first six guys are based off money or points, and then the next six are picks?
That's right.
Okay. So I'm all about getting Bryson out there. So I think Keegan will do that. I think Keegan, like we said, he's going to pick the thing, which we talked. I have it in the notes right here, but he's possibly going to be breaking up. This is kind of sad, but also kind of good. When I think President's Cup, when I think Ryder Cup, I think Spieth and Thomas together. I think Fowler. I think Morikawa, which Morikawa's been playing good, but this may be the year we see no Justin Thomas. And
I was about to say, out of that friend group with Fowler, Spieth, and Thomas, who's not going to be there?
I don't think Fowler and Thomas will be there.
I don't know if any of them will be there. Like, they're not playing good, and they've got a whole nother year to, like, prove themselves. And the way they're going right now, neither three of them are.
So
What about Pat?
top 6 Americans off the OWGR right now: Scotty,
Yep.
Xander, Wyndham,
Ugh.
Morikawa, No Hat Pat, and then Bryson. So Bryson would be an automatic because his 3 major performances have put him up there.
Yeah,
he's got enough points in majors that for the OWGR, right, that have got him not being on tour getting those points.
He's beaten the number 1 2 out of 3 times. So,
I don't like Wyndham being up there. I just don't. When I think Wyndham, I feel like Ryder Cup, you have to be super competitive. Wyndham, I don't think he has that.
It's 12 guys total?
Yeah, 12.
If you didn't go off picks and you went off points, it would be Bryan Harmon, Sahith, Homa, Tony, Russell Henley.
Oh,
And Keegan would have been that 12th, but it would go down to Cam Young.
Oh,
yeah. See,
that's
the
wow.
good old boys aren't even in there.
Ugly roster.
Yeah, he'll have 6. It says he'll have 6 captain's picks and 6 eligible players. So let's do this. Let's pretend like we're captain. We only have 6 picks. We're not taking in points and all that. What 6 are you taking with you if you can only take 6 and you get to handpick them?
I'd say Tom Kim.
That's 1. Give me 5 more that you'd want to say.
Definitely Brooks. Just think who else is in there has been playing pretty hot.
Sahith's been playing solid, but I don't know if he's got that kind of fire in him to play like that kind of style.
I think he would be. I don't think he'd be a bad pick.
Yeah. He'd be better than some of the other guys on that list.
Oh, for sure.
You might have to come down to JT and Spieth at that point just to get some chemistry.
Well, Spieth's been playing better, so I'd take Spieth.
Right.
And then what? One more?
Yeah.
Give me Victor. Well, no, he's a European. Come on. He'd be on the Europe tour. He'd be European.
It's tough, man.
It really is.
Ben Griffin. I think Ben Griffin's hot. Ricky. Brooks. Zalatoris. Davis Thompson. Just one. Played very hot.
These are ones you're picking?
Yeah. And then I think I go Spieth too. Spieth or Burns.
Yeah, I'd put Ricky in there on mine. That's my 6th. I don't know about Zalatoris. He's had a couple good rounds, but I think he's still got a lot of playing to do to kind of get back up in that.
I'm going Brooks Koepka, Bryson, Scotty, Xander, Max Homa.
I thought this was outside of the first 6.
Oh, no, I'm just saying if you could pick 6 in general.
Oh.
And I would.
I was thinking what y'all thought.
And
the first 6 are automatic off points.
No, you said first 6.
If you were captain,
you said outside the first 6
based on anything, what 6 are you taking? Like if you built up.
So that's the captain's picks. That's not the ones that are already pointed in.
If you were the captain, you could make your own team of 6 people, only 6. What 6 are you represent USA with? Your dream team.
If 3 of us are under the same understanding, then
you said it wrong.
Y'all ain't got it. Anyways, I'm going Brooks, Bryson, Scotty, Xander, Homa, and No Hat Pat. I think you got to have Patrick Cantlay there again after the whole last night. I feel like he's
with how we were building it, he was there. And Scotty was too.
I was about to say
yeah, he was
how we were building it, they were all there. We were just adding those other 6.
So those are my 6 right there. That if they're like, hey, grab 6 for battle, I'm grabbing those 6 guys and coming home with a Ryder Cup trophy.
Hey, he did it wrong.
Oh yeah.
I can't do it wrong.
You
I'm
got
going to
your
ask
first
the question.
6 already pointed in, so you're picking 7 through 12.
There's only one that did it right, and it was me because I asked the question.
Right.
All right. Moving on. That's our stuff with Keegan Bradley. Excited about it. Think he's going to be a good pick. Let's jump into Luke Clinton real quick. Big name. almost had him on the BSG podcast a while back, but he
Was set up to come.
and
Got
he
a
kind of
busy
just
week. Postponed. Was gonna come again. Ghosted. Has finished top 2 or top 10 last 2 events. Missed out on $900,000 because he's an amateur.
That's what we're talking about right now. Luke Clinton missing out on big money. His status has denied him over $900,000 in the last 2. That's almost sickening to think about. So he's also the betting favorite to win this week's PGA Tour. ISCO, I think it is, championship is going on at the same time as the Scottish Opening. Recorded back-to-back top 10s on tour. Obviously, here's the question we need to talk about with Luke. Is Luke going to be able to keep this up, or is this too much pressure for an amateur?
I don't know. I think it's going to be a similar performance to Nick Dunlap because, Nick was very hot, and then he switched to on tour, and then it's like the dogs got unleashed on him.
I wonder if he's
now
trying
he can
to do
take
that.
money, so it's not being passed down, so they're on him.
He's trying to
chirping
do like
in his ear on every shot.
What Nick Dunlap did. He wants to win. If he wins this one, this is a PGA Tour event. So if he wins it, he'll have status. Is that right? I guess.
I think it's just up to him to say he's turning pro. Like, that's the only thing he's waiting on. I feel like
he's like number 1 in PGA Tour U.
Oh, okay.
There's not a lot of big names on the tour this week because everybody's going to be playing the Open. So he'll be, competing with some not big names. So I think he can get it done. I don't know if he's winning. I think he can get it done, though. Which was interesting. I was watching Bryan Bros a while ago, their video they put out with Neil Shipley. And Neil was talking about this past week at the Rocket Mortgage was his first week as a pro where he could make money. And he said he missed a putt on 17. That was about 2.5 feet. And he 3-putted on 18. And he was telling Wesley that it was sickening because he said, those 3 putts cost me 2 times the average median household in America. And they're basically saying,
it's wild the money. When you're good at something like that, it's wild the money you can make. Just like any of the other sports, but for hitting a ball.
Yeah, wild. So he's talking about how much money he missed out on. When I'm thinking, dude, you missed out on a lot more money than that because you just didn't want to turn pro. But you were dominating for like a month or 2 on tour.
Yeah. Low amateur at the Masters.
Yep.
That's some money.
Big money. And then he did last week, made the cut and finished pretty good at the John Deere too. So that's 2 back-to-back weeks he made money. I'm sure he'll be on the smaller event this week. So Luke Clinton, hey, if you're out there, Luke, let's wrap up this business we had going on. Get on the pod for us. You're a good athlete. We'd love to have you on.
Get on, my guy.
All right, real quick, I want to talk about Bryan Bros. I was just looking at numbers a while ago. It's insane how big they've grown. They released a video one day ago with Neil Shipley, and I was looking at Random Golf Club, Eric Anders Lang, which used to be one of the biggest golf content creators out there, released a video the same day with Bubba Watson. His video had 76,000 views. The Bryan Bros had 300 and something thousand. And I thought that was insane how much they've grown.
I think it's marketability. George,
like
Wesley's a very good golfer, good enough to win. But George is so humble. Even when we met him, he's so friendly and relatable. I think it draws people in.
Would you say humble and down to earth?
No, I would say that for Tig.
Yeah, for sure.
I haven't seen a lot of Tig lately.
And yeah. Well, I saw, which this is kind of like that, but one of the streamers I used to watch for PUBG, the game kept going down, his viewers kept going down. He posted today on Twitter, new job in an office.
Dang.
So it can turn. His name on there is Wacky Jackie. He used to play PUBG all the time for a living.
Dang, that just shows he didn't manage his money too well if he's in office right now.
I don't know. But it can change. So, Micah, we have technician roles open.
So they just opened up, they did their own golf course, Salina Golf Course, open up the back 9 for everybody. The first question I asked when I thought about this, I was thinking, do you think you could design a golf course that people would love to play? That's question 1.
yes, with the sub answer to it being I use the internet to see what other courses and specific holes, and
Yeah.
I don't do like the PGA Tour one in Frisco. Was it Frisco or Dallas? Your brother-in-law said, Brady,
That
where
replicates a hole
it
per.
replicates.
Oh,
But
yeah,
I
yeah,
think I
yeah.
could come up
I know
with
what you're
some
talking about.
designs that are fun,
So
Yeah.
you
especially if
wouldn't.
you're seeing like Tobacco Road
Yeah.
and then Green Island and then some around here.
So would you try to make it like, for instance, the fields is a link style, and then you got other? Would you try to make it one style of course, or would you try to like these few holes are linksy, this one is like country woods, pine trees lining it?
I think that all depends on like what kind of like
Where
environment
am I
you
at?
get. Yeah, where you're at.
What's my city location?
We're in Alabama.
Which part? Are we in Huntsville? Or are we in Valley?
Okay, wherever you
Yeah.
want to be. You're designing a course wherever you want to be.
Okay, we're going to Birmingham. I'm building a mountain course.
Yeah.
Mountain course.
A mountain course like in Tennessee, where if you
really
chip this
hard.
one too far over on a par 3, it's gone.
It's
Yeah.
really hard
You see
not
all
to
the
build
elevation changes and everything.
Yeah. It's hard to not to build a good like mountain course. Like it seems like all of them are, have good like you've got good views no matter what. So
Yeah.
You
usually
throw
the
in a
holes
par
end up good.
3 that's 180 yards but plays 130.
Brady's
I see
way
where
up
you're
there.
going.
Brady's got the head start on us because he already designs courses on PGA Tour.
I was gonna say that
Yeah.
I've got like a little bit of I guess knowledge setting up something like that. I was actually working on one like a couple weeks ago. I was trying to after the U.S. Open was over, I wanted to build something similar like Pinehurst, and then playing Tobacco Road made me think about like trying to put in little like different areas that Pinehurst doesn't really have. They're kind of like straight away. You got pine trees going down the edges, but when we played Tobacco Road, you had a lot more blind
Mhm.
shots than they do
Mhm.
than at Pinehurst, and I thought that'd be pretty neat to like try to incorporate those two since they're in the same like landscape area. I think that'd be
Yeah.
a pretty cool combination of the two. But
I was going to ask, what would you name it? But I think I may just wait till next week. And so everybody has a week to come up with their golf course name, and we'll present them next week. And we'll see who has a good name. All right. But I do want to ask this, though. Is there anything off the top of your head, if you were designing a course, like a feature that you would add that you think would stand out, like a 19th hole or a food beverage hut, like every 6 holes, or putting course as the putting green, like something just random that you think? I would definitely do that.
I think you would steal some features like this will do
Yeah.
as your warm up putting green. At Purcell they have like the chilled apples and watermelons
Mhm.
as you hit the first and 10th tee. But and then at Sweetens Cove they have the liquor boxes
Oh, just
around
set
it.
up.
I would make it as friendly to the consumer as possible because you could charge what you wanted to if you knew the amenities were there.
Yeah.
one thing that I've always wanted to see, and this could be out there, and I just never have played a course that has this, but I've always wanted to, and this is what I would do, is have 3 holes at the beginning that are just warm-up holes. So it'd be like a par 4, par 3, and a par 5, and like you just play them. They're not on the scorecard. Get warmed up and then go. I mean, you don't have to play them, but like if you're, they're part of your tee time, you can play them if you want to or whatever. I think that'd be a
love
great idea.
that.
Yeah,
First
that'd be cool.
tee in LaGrange, the par 3 has a warm-up hole to the left.
Oh, yeah. It has 2 of them.
When
You
you
go
pull.
down or you come back with it.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I mean, it'd be real nice to swing the driver twice
Yeah.
before you get on that first box.
And then everybody in the comments is going to say, well, that's what a driving range is for. But it don't replicate like trying
hitting
to
shots.
imitate, him hit a shot. 2 things. I would like to see, everybody complains about the cart girl never coming around. I'd say like maybe have 2 or 3 spots out there where there's like a small hut / stand.
Well,
and
if you
have
did
like
it like
sandwiches.
you could do that similar to what This'll Do had up on the behind
that
the
little
par 3
yeah,
course,
that little
shack.
Yep. And I
You
think
had those.
and it's kind of like when you get gas when you're out boating and you get gas on the lake, you got to pay their fee, and it's like gas is like $3 more a gallon, but you're not going to be like, well, let me pull my boat out, go down to the gas station. So you kind of charge a little bit more. I'd like to see that, and then maybe either maybe not in the pro shop, but somewhere. And this may just pertain to us because we all like doing this on the golf course, like a candy shack or candy corner. Boy, all this kind of sour candy, and you just get some candy for the round.
I feel like everybody has the most basic like Snickers bar, M&Ms, and stuff like that. But you don't see any like, give me some like Sour Patch Kids and like the the long sour strip things.
Give me an actual coffee shop.
Oh,
I bet you can make hand over fist if you had someone making real coffee.
Yeah.
I don't want the pot. Make me a latte or a macchiato. Make me a real coffee right there, so I'm not like I make it out of the house. By the time I get there, I'm like, I've been sipping on it. I want something to go the round with me.
Yeah, that's a move. Have like
especially if it's cold.
Yeah, like how the Cradle had that shack, but then there's that little pine cone trailer that was like a little drink trailer too.
Yeah.
Have that as a coffee trailer. That'd be sick.
Yeah, real coffee, espresso.
Yeah. Boy, we may be on to something here, boys.
Did y'all see?
Gonna come up with it.
Did y'all see where they moved Payne Stewart's statue back to
where they put it back where he belongs.
Yeah, where he belongs. I thought that was funny.
So next week we will present to everyone our golf course names. Could be something country club, or could just be just here's this, whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. We'll present our names and then maybe like a quick, brief summary of what the.
Yeah.
Oh, he's down.
He's gone.
Well, while he's down, while we're talking about making courses, I want to bring up the fact that ZB is charging $2,750 for 3 rounds of golf at the Ringer.
A putter too.
That is so wild.
Did they do the Ringer there last year too, or is this the only?
I think this is the first
one there.
year there. Yeah.
Okay.
And you can buy in.
Well,
because but so I talked to Connor and I looked at the stuff. It's got a Tyson Lamb putter, which I'm sure is $500 to $1,000.
Yeah.
But then say it's $1,000, and that's over $600 a round. The caddy fees, you have to pay them, which it's all included in that. But mention to Bailey, say, "Hey, I bought this." She's gonna say, "What'd you buy?" I'm going to play golf. I
don't even want to
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, $2,750, and see what she says.
Yeah, I don't even want to know. I know what it would be, but I don't even want to get like her blood pressure up.
Gosh, I can only imagine telling Johnny, "Be like, I already paid. There's no refunds." Yeah. Well, you ain't going.
I bet one of those little afternoon storms that came through Casey's house and knocked his internet out.
He said computer crashed.
Oh, okay. All right, well, he'll probably be rebooting shortly.
Yeah, he'll be back on.
Run us through the picks right quick. If you got that pulled up,
I can switch to it. Pick'ems.
Just go over the score. Yeah.
Currently, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men's events and 1, 2, and 5 women's events left. The current score is me leading at 417 under par. Brady in second at 392, so he's only 25 back. Casey's in third at 301 under par, 116 back. And Mitch is in dead last, 255 under par, 162 back.
Yikes.
Casey has chased him down. Where did you get all the strokes back?
I don't know. I feel like I just checked earlier and it was not 301.
I updated the stats today.
Okay.
Oh, he didn't make the pick last week. He said he couldn't find it, so he didn't penalize him.
Then he had did not start 2 before that, and I had a 15 under last week.
Yeah, you had 15 under, and I had a cut last week, but all the guys are well under par last week.
Yeah, so chased him down. He's gonna be. What did we say the punishment was gonna be?
We got to find an actual event for him to enter.
That'd be so fun. That'd be sick to make somebody do that. So Did you already say the picks and everything?
We haven't said picks. We were going through. We were talking about $27.50 for the ringer.
Oh gosh, yeah. And then a buddy of ours that we know, friend of the pod. Well, we need to have him on the pod one week. He signed up for it.
Again, we've had him on before.
Oh, he signed up. He's gonna be playing.
That's different money than what I got. I bet Mitch could afford it to go shoot a 110
I was about
times.
to say you kind of want to be probably like scratcher better. I think.
I would
Zach
think
sent
so.
it to me where Connor signed up, and I thought, it's just different. Like if I obviously had the money, I'd do it. But Connor knows he's gonna go up there and shoot even par or 1 over. That's a lot more fun than shooting 107 from whatever tee box they're playing.
Let's see what his current gen is right now.
Now, it is nice that they are throwing in a Tyson Lamb putter in, but that's not.
Is it worth it?
No. 3 rounds of golf.
I mean, if you're out there playing for real, you already have a putter you game.
Yeah. I guess
Connor right now is a plus 3.8.
That's wild.
His last 4 is a 78, 73, 73, 72, and then a 71, 71, 70.
That's insane. Well, you got to think 3 rounds of golf out there at $500 a piece. There's $1,500. Caddies are probably $100 each of that, so they're
At
$1,800. Your putter is probably a $300 putter, maybe. I don't know.
I said 1,000 because it's a custom.
Oh, so you're kind of over your money there, I guess, if you were to do it. And breakfast and lunch and. I'm just not doing it, but
it's still a better.
Connor's last 25 rounds, there's not a score over 78.
That's wild.
There's a 67 in here, but there's nothing higher than a 78, which is wild to me to be.
It's still a better deal.
I'm sure it's so much more enjoyable.
Oh, for sure. It's still a better deal to play those 3 rounds and have all those other amenities than playing 3 rounds at TPC Sawgrass. I think it's $850 a round, so you'd get 3 rounds with no other amenities to play Sawgrass.
You get the bag tag for what you shoot on 17.
I wouldn't want that probably.
Unless it was 3 or better. I don't want it.
Yeah. All right, so this week is the Genesis Scottish Open. We're overseas. This is the 4th major, last major of the year. Right? Isn't this the 4th one? Yeah, we have the Masters. Okay. This is Scotty's last chance to kind of put the nail in the coffin of this being a really great year for him and not just I won a lot kind of thing, but 2 majors. Let's run through our picks. Rory won it last year, defending champion. Mitchell picked him again. If we look back at Mitchell's stats, his male picks for the year are Rory, Scotty, Rory, Scotty, Scotty, Rory, Rory, Brooks, Scotty, Brooks, Scotty, Rory. Okay. Everybody else picks. Here we go.
I'm going with Ludwig Oberg.
That's it.
Top 10 player in the world right there.
Yeah, I was going to say he's going to be in the top 15 leaderboard. He will not be in the first position, but top 15 all day.
Wait, this isn't a major?
The Scottish Open?
No, it's the Open next week.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
I thought the Scottish Open. Oh, so next week.
This is at the Renaissance Club.
Oh, then they're over there for next week. Okay, everybody listening, we apologize.
No, we don't. Open. Casey does for not knowing ball.
I represent everybody, and if you can't tell by Zach's face, he was Googling hard, so he didn't know it off the top of his head anyway.
No, well, I got the sheet up and it's blue. We have the green ones for the majors. I'm like, let me check.
Well, I apologize for my journalism. I'm not Dan Rappaport. All right, so here's our picks. Rory, he's got Ludwig. Brady, who you got?
Colin Morikawa. He won
good pick.
Yeah, he won the Open 2-3 years ago, and I mean, just similarities in courses. I think he's still a good player over there.
And I've got Xander, who is, I think, other than Scotty, is second as the favorites. And I was shocked nobody picked him before me when I was going back looking, but I got Xander. Players who won't make the cut, I'd say Wyndham Clark. He's not making the cut this week. Send him home. Well, he'll probably stay there for next week, but other than
I didn't even look below.
Put him in the
look, make a pick for me.
Yeah, I got one, so you can look, Zach.
All right.
Mitch he didn't pick one. And so that's some extra bonus points if it happens.
Yeah, missing out on these bonus points.
I know. I'm going Sepp Straka.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't know how his game is over there. Now he is a forgot what country he's from. He's not from the United States, but he went to Georgia, so he's been over here. I know, like since he was in college. So I don't know. Maybe he's not got it in him to play those European courses, the fast and firmness anymore.
I'm going Max Homa. He doesn't take the family this week.
Yeah,
he's out of sorts.
That would make a lot of sense.
So that's our PGA this week of the Genesis Scottish Open. Moving to the LPGA now. We're at the, I don't even know how to say this.
A
Does anyone want to give it a, there we go.
Evian Championship.
There it is.
Their major. One of their majors.
It's in France. Defending champion, also a French native, Celine Boutier.
I thought it was Ataya for the win.
No, I'm talking about who's defending champion. Celine Boutier, defending champ in her home country. When I looked up the odds today, she was not one of the top. Lo and behold, Nelly was the favorite, 10-1. And guess who picked Nelly?
I don't think you can trust her anymore.
Not in majors, no.
The last two picks I've had for her, she got cut. She had that run. She's been cut 1, 2,
she
3
got
out
cut
of the last
5.
3 out of the last 5 events.
Yeah.
She's the favorite 10-1, but I would not be taking her. That's Mitchell's pick. Need a cut. I'm trying to separate myself from him. I'm going with the second favorite. She's 14-1, and that's Athea Thitikul. I don't know. It was
goodness.
a tough one.
It's let me pronounce it for you. Ataya Thitikul.
Thitikul, is that it?
Thitikul.
Yeah. Ataya.
Wow. Ataya.
That's what I was saying when I go Ataya.
And she's my second. She's the second. So that's my favorite for this week. You get some points, baby.
You got to listen to Big Randy say it. He pronounced it.
Yeah, I didn't listen this week to No Laying Up. I'm behind.
Yeah, you got to listen to how they pronounce stuff and just go with what they say.
Yeah.
I'm going with Lilia Vu.
Oof.
She's like top 5 odds to win.
I've got the Canadian Brooke Henderson,
who put on a show last week, her and her teammate. So
she got me some big points. I was very thankful. They're 1,500 as a team. So that's our picks for this week. We're locking those in. We're gonna post them, and you can kind of see where we're at. They've shared with you the score, the leaderboard. Now let's jump down. We like to close our show every week with a question, and we're gonna do this first one because this is an interesting one. It said, if you had free reign to chase the PGA Tour, how long would it take you?
Can we set the standard at you're 10 years old?
I was about to say, can we go back in time?
Because if you're not starting as a child, you're not getting there.
So do you think Ben Utah Golf doesn't have a chance?
I like him.
He's a great guy.
He's a great guy, but I don't think he wins a tour event.
This is real quick. Did you see his TikTok about what was it Shrixon said to him or whatever? Yeah. Anyways,
I saw it.
Wild.
Look,
I think it's a dog eat dog business out there.
Yeah, that's wild. So, okay, you're going back to 10 years old. 10-year-old Zach Clay.
10-year-old Zach, give me till 30. 20-year grind, I'm there.
Do you think you have to have a coach full time?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think in today's climate, with as tough as it is, as hard as the kids are swinging, you need a coach. You need a physical therapist, like Trevor. Somebody to keep your body in correct positions. I wouldn't even go as far to say you need a nutritionist as well.
Oh, man.
And a mental coach. I think if you could put those 4 things, because, I mean, some kids come from money. And
yeah, so I'm thinking about
Marley's parents had that, she would get it.
I'm thinking the guy that went to Beulah that they talk about him at SOG, but his dad built him that golf course in Beulah. I mean, his granddad built him that golf course in Beulah just for him to practice on. I was like, man. And he didn't make tour. He had a chance. He had a few mistakes in life that kind of kicked him off, but he could be there. So yeah, I'm with you.
It takes a lot.
Yeah.
I think the game's only getting harder.
does the Champions Tour count?
If you can make the tour.
My dad always joked with me and said that when he turned 50, that was his goal to be able to play on the Champions Tour, but that didn't happen.
I was gonna say, did he make it?
Yeah, no. No, I think Phil didn't win his first major until he was 35 or something like that. I know he was past 30 before he won his first major. If he's doing that, then I still think he needs to be like starting around like 10 to 12 years old. I don't know. I think there's some people that might be like just freak athletes that could get really good.
Like Salerno?
Yeah, I think
that kid's freaky good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, he has a coach, but I mean, he's out there every day.
I just think
That's
playing like for the past, like, say we've all been playing at least like 5 or 6 years. I think we've got too many bad habits. We would just need to start over when we were way younger.
You start with bad habits too.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that playing every day is the key. Like Josh, we played with him Saturday. He said he's only been playing 12 years, and he's already shooting under par sometimes. And he said, well, I play every single day because he's a member of a country club. He goes out there, gets off work at 3. And I said, well, do you just play 9 holes or do you usually? No, he said, no, I play all 18. Every time I'm out here, I got to play 18 holes. And I asked Zach, I said, do you think if you played 18 every single day, do you be under par? And like, what I asked you, a year? I said a month. I said a month. I thought I said in a month if you played it. Well, a year or 2. Even though I think
close.
Yeah, I do too. I think 6 months. If you played every day for 6 months,
I could hit par.
He was only 12 strokes off this weekend. I mean, just think shaving off 12 strokes.
I feel if you play every day, I think it's easy.
Yeah, that was a lot of missed putts.
So let me ask you this then: if you go back to 22 years old, you just got out of college, or 23, whatever you are, you have no responsibilities. Your spouse supports you full time. You chase the dream. You're playing golf every day, practicing every day. You don't have other coach and all this stuff. 22 years old. Do you think you could at least qualify for a PGA Tour event by the time you're?
30, maybe.
30?
Yeah. I think 30. I think you could do it.
Yeah. So it would be possible before. Later than 10. It's just all about being able to golf every single day. You think?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Repetition.
Yeah.
I think if I had 5 years to chase it from today,
if
I woke up, all I did was golf, I think I could make an event.
Yeah. I mean, I would say the same for
document. We're about to make a video, a 5-year-long documentary.
I got to get up. I got to go to work. But if you went to sleep tonight, you got up at 6 and went to the gym, practice, 8, practice, gym, practice, bed every day. If you did nothing but golf 5 years straight,
your ball striking is going to be impeccable.
Right? Yeah.
About that. I agree. I would love to go back in time. But for the drop zone, if you had free reign to chase the PGA Tour, how long would you take you? I think we said 5 years to make an event. It just said to chase it, not to win on it.
Yeah.
If I can make it to an event to play on Thursday, that's success.
Yeah, I agree.
So we're answering 5 years collectively. If you're full time,
I think so. And there's going to be comments from guys like Scott and Maddox who've actually like chased some. And they're saying, "No way, I could do it. I'm different."
Right. Now listen, when this drop zone gets posted on Instagram, this question, I need you to comment and say we said 5 years.
I will.
Okay.
I think if you didn't have no responsibilities, no job, you eat, dream, sleep, golf.
Yeah, I agree.
5 years.
I mean, that's with anything. I think you could do a lot in 5 years if that one thing's all you did.
Yeah, I think so. My parents weren't blessed like that to give me that opportunity, so here I am.
Here I am at 32, just talking about golf instead of playing it.
Right.
But that's our drop zone. That's our questions for the week. In the episode next week, we'll be following up from the Open. We'll be talking about it. A lot of stuff going on, but thanks. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're 44 away from 1,000 subs on YouTube, and so closest we've ever been. 44 away.
We're going. It's still a grind.
Hey, before we go, quick prediction. What do y'all think y'all's record is going to be at the end of the first year on CFB 24 or 25? Whatever it's going to be.
If I can get 7-5.
Wow.
7-5 will be a win. My team went 1-11 last year. So for those who don't know, we've done a dynasty for EA Sports College Football coming out. We chose the Mid-American Conference, the MAC. We randomized team selections, and I got Kent State, who was 0-8 in conference, 1-11 on the field. 7-5 is my goal. Give me a bowl.
Dang.
I'm about to out-coach these boys.
Hey, on the schedule, the blue is that computer teams are playing, and green is real people.
Green is conference games.
Okay, so yeah, I'm trying. I don't know. I felt good until you said we're all doing Heisman difficulty.
Heisman. You got to
Yeah.
get it out the mud.
Casey, who's your team?
I'm Northern Illinois. I would love to be 6-6, 500 on the year. I just miss a bowl. Realistically, I'm probably going to be 4-8. Let's be honest.
That's why I was like, if I go 6-6, I'm happy. Like, I'm good with that.
I wouldn't be surprised if my 4 wins are my non-conference games.
You say that you have Notre Dame on your non-conference schedule. You have Notre Dame and NC State, and they're gonna push it in on you.
I feel like I beat Mitchell. Mitchell
don't play.
Mitchell don't play video games anymore. I feel like I'm beating him. I'm gonna go 6-6 is my goal.
I don't see anyone on the conference side that I'm scheduled against that I can't beat.
You so dumb. First time we played Madden together, I beat you. You had to run it back because you were so mad.
I don't get mad at video games. I just get off.
What do you think, Brady? What's yours going to be?
Yeah, so I'm playing as Western Michigan. I think I've got to play Wisconsin and Ohio State my first 2 weeks. So I'm 0-2 already. So I think if I can get back to like 6-6, I'll be happy. I don't know what my conference score is going to be. I'd like to be like, I don't know. If I can be positive, be 5-3 in conference, I'll be happy with that.
Oh, I like it.
I got to figure out who I'm not
games
playing.
Is where everything comes.
I think everybody plays everybody except one person because there's only 8 Yeah, I got to figure out who I'm not playing.
I don't play Mitch, and I feel like that's an easy dub.
Yeah, that's an easy one against Mitch.
And I can't even. He's not even on my lineup.
There's 8 conference games, but there's 10 in the conference. So 2 teams, maybe CPU.
Yeah.
Because I took Toledo and somebody else off.
Miami
so
of
we wouldn't
Ohio.
They were good last year, so I didn't. Because I know what it'd look like if if I randomize it and the first pick is Toledo for me.
Oh yeah.
And I got a 10-win team to start, and you're like, no, he's cheating. Do it again.
Dang, I don't play Mitch either. I don't play Zach either.
Oh, who are you?
Northern Illinois.
Luckily for you, you're not on my schedule.
Yeah,
I play
you or
Eastern
Mitch.
Michigan, which is Cam. Ball State, which is Bean. Bowling Green is Justin. Western Michigan is Brady. Ohio, which is Mitch. Miami, Computer. Akron, which is Jeremy, and Buffalo, which is Cody. I feel good.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I think it's gonna be fun.
I want that MAC championship trophy. I'm gonna mount it right there on the wall when they mail it.
Didn't you say we download it tonight?
Oh yeah, I need to turn on my Xbox and download it.
Yeah. Well, that's it for episode 109 of the BSG podcast. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.